All right, so this week we here at Reason and Truth, what we're going to be doing, we're going to be just talking because of what I observe in our culture. You know, so I want it to be interactive. I want you guys to talk back to me, and is in relation to how we view ourselves and how we view reality and our environment. As we were talking before, what is a church and why most young people today, they don't really want to be associated with church. You know, they just use church as maybe for a one-day event. So tell me, what is a church? Come on, tell me, what is a church?
A place where people of like minds gather to, I don't know, remember.
A church is a facility where people of like minds gather. Okay, we could work with that. Who else? Somebody else?
Say, people of Christian faith.
People of Christian faith. So now you just...
They got the Church of Satan.
Right, you just categorize. No, just now wait.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, so no. All right, so what he just did... Right, but what he just did, he categorized his church. So now, because this is what I want us to do. I want us to think, what is a church? Because when we say church, in one person's mind, they are thinking about one thing. Now, you gave a definition of what? Where a group of people meet with like-mindedness, okay? Having the like mind in one objectivity, with one focus,
so
right?
Why can a church be a temple, or why can a church be?
Nobody never say a church is not that. What is a church? And you said a church is a Christian.
Right.
Right. So you said a church is a Christian. Give us some more definition.
It's a place where people come, they get a better sense of the reality around them based on that faith that they're going, like, you know, that place of gathering. So let's say if, you know, they come with questions or they get a better sense of reality, of their reality, basically, quote unquote.
I think it's a place where people go to know what is right or wrong based on their creator. Yeah.
A place.
That's space, that is.
Place where people go to know the difference
A building.
of right and wrong.
A building.
But in the dictionary, meaning is building for public Christian worship.
RENC. For a building, I say a building.
Building. So okay, we have basically 4 definitions already when we say church. So now we live in a culture when we say we are going to church. And look at how much different meanings we have up here in reference to a church. So now we see there are 4 different ideas that are being communicated when we use that one word, church. So now one person says a place of like-mindedness, a Christian place of worship, a place where people go to know the difference of right and wrong, right? And a building. Now, which definition you think best fit a church? And still we're looking for what is a church. What is a church? What does the okay, we here are Judeo-Christian, and what best constitute a church? When we say the word church, what are we referring to when, if we say, well, I don't tell anybody here to tell anybody to come to church with me, because that in itself, it has so many different meanings behind it. But you will ask somebody to come, come have some coffee with me, or come, let's just talk, or let's dialogue, or let's have a conversation, or I'd like to get to know you better, what's your philosophy, or what's your reality, what's your view on life, that's how you start up a conversation, rather than to tell someone, come and go to church with me. Because when you tell somebody, come and go to church with you, or let's go to church, in their mind, they now have a picture of what you don't even know what is in their mind, and you know what is in your mind, but still is one word alone that has been compounded in their mind. Right? Church. What is that? Which definition you feel best describe a church? Because when we say church, are we just learning? Are we just referring to Christianity? When we say church, are we just referring to like-mindedness? When we say church, are we just referring to people? When we say church, are we just referring to right and wrong? When we say church, are we referring to buildings? What are we referring to when we say church?
I think most people, and this is not my view, but I think most people, when they say they're going to church, number 2 describes what they think church is.
She just give me a last one here. The body of Christ. Good? She just gave me that last one there, the body of Christ. So, which one, what you said, most people...
I said most people think, when they say, okay, we're going to church today, I think number 2 is what they're really referring to.
Going to a place of worship.
Yeah, a Christian place of worship.
A Christian place of worship. So then, if the church is a Christian place of worship, what we got to define in this definition?
Christian.
Alone?
And place.
Worship?
And worship too.
Right. We had to define those 3 words. Christian, what is a Christian? What is that place we go into, and what is worship? So it kind of like getting what? Hard, right? It's getting real hard to see what is a church. It's getting hard now. Wow, man, this church is real trouble, man. Right? A place of like-mindedness. What that tell you? What that does there? What that tell you about when we say church? What that tell you?
That the people who go to this place of worship are supposed to be of the same mind, are supposed to be of like.
No, but what does this tell you? A place of like-mindedness. What does that tell you?
That you can have your own mindset.
No, what does this definition tell me?
It could be any place, so it could be a Satanist church.
Right, okay.
This definition tell you.
A Jewish church, which is a temple.
No, that's not the same thing what you said.
Place where people have the same mind.
A place where people have the same mind.
About something.
That you didn't say that.
I
You
didn't
just say,
specify what.
but that's what I want. If you just say a place where people have the same mind, I don't know what is that. I want you to be specific. Meaning, a place of like-mindedness, meaning that can be anything. Anything. Anything.
Sororities.
Hinduism, Buddhism, anything, a place of like-mindedness. Good? And this is why we got to be clear with how we define the thing. So now, a place where people go to know the difference between right and wrong. You're going to know the difference between right and wrong. So then that, if you're going to a place to know the difference between right and wrong, then what that says to you, you got to be what? What that says about you?
don't have a sense of morality?
No, not really.
What do you mean?
The church is a place where people go to know the difference between right and wrong.
You don't know to evaluate what's right and wrong?
Good. You hear that? You yourself, you don't know how to
differentiate right and wrong.
to think. You don't know how to think. So you see, this definition telling you what?
You can't think on your own.
You need
Direction.
You need other people to think for. Utilitarian. This is where now you have these persons in authority where they say, now, we have the answer. We have the information. And it's so high and divine, you can't know it all. So you got to keep coming. Look at these churches, what they do. They keep feeding you what? A little. How does it go? Right? And deafening the people, not allowing you to think and ask questions, and you keep going back every Sunday for the what? For the foolishness, right? So when you go, and if you define a church as this place, that says that you don't what? Think. You don't think. Should you believe anything that I'm saying?
No.
Why not? Why? Why you shouldn't believe anything that I'm saying?
Because I don't know what you're saying is true.
But how would you know what I'm saying is true?
I gotta investigate.
And what's the first